Chicago. It's Mexican Independence, and for the sixth night now in a row, hundreds, if not thousands of people have gotten in their cars to caravan throughout the city to celebrate Mexican independence. And it's been a very festive, a very festive few nights. As you can see, I'm kind of walking through a park right now, and that's because I've just done a walk around throughout downtown Chicago, and for a mile from where I'm standing, all the way down to the Chicago River where the bridges are, and then a mile past that, you have police blockades at every intersection checking anybody that's going through there. So now I've walked over to Lakeshore Drive, which is right on the lake here. And this is where you're going to see everybody going by with their Mexican flags. You'll hear a lot of honking. But you can see going in both directions. This is where everyone has basically been sent that aren't in outlying neighborhood areas going up and down that drive. But throughout this evening, this is very early right now. Over the last 5 evenings, you've had people, going until 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, honking horns, walking downtown and celebrating. And so I'll just kind of give you a view here. Don't have a lot of information for you except that people are out here celebrating Mexican Independence Day. Of course, a very large Latin population, Latino population here in Chicago. And, really, I've been kind of looking over social media, and some people say, well, you should be flying the American flag if you live in America. So I did reach out to some Mexican Americans and asked them what they thought about that. And really what this is a representation that they're proud that people have come from Mexico and that there is such a population here in the United States, that they share this heritage, that they've come here and they've been able to live the American dream, or at least pursue the American dream here in America. So these people with a shared experience, a shared heritage, are celebrating what is the Mexican Independence Day here on September 16th in downtown Chicago. Again, I'm on Lakeshore Drive, just kind of giving you an idea of how many people are out here with these Mexican flags driving by. You can see, about every 5 cars or so, if not more, has these Mexican flags on the vehicles. But the reason I'm out here on the highway is because if you begin to look, you'll see cop cars, and you can see the lights back there, and that's the Magnificent Mile where it starts. So a mile from that blockade that you see there on every intersection, going a mile all the way to the Chicago River, there are these police blockades that are preventing anybody from going into the downtown corridor, and that continues over the bridges for about another mile in the opposite direction. And that, of course, is, the police or the mayor would like to say it's a preventative measure to keep anything from getting out of hand. But both last year and this year, there has not really been any sort of acts of violence or criminality per se. There might be some speeding. There might be some noise ordinances broken. I did hear that there were some tickets issued for maybe there might be some illegal displays as far as the way the apparatus is displayed on a vehicle. But you also have seen a lot of interactions between the police and those celebrating Mexican Independence Day, where the police are taking the flags and going a block or so, holding the flag out of their vehicle, just to kind of show some support in the community and some solidarity with the community. And the Mexican Independence Day, just like St. Patrick's Day, just like Gay Pride, these are very huge parades that usually take place in downtown Chicago, and those have been canceled this year, along with many others. And so at this point, this is the way that they can actually parade through town. But, like I had said earlier, this isn't the first time they've done this. Even when there are parades, there's often these caravans that take place on Mexican Independence Day in downtown Chicago. And I do see a question here. I try to repeat it every few minutes or so for those just tuning in. This celebration has been going on since Friday night, and it started early Friday evening, and it went late into the early morning hours, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's happened each evening. So you can expect this to kind of go on throughout the evening as well, as far as this actually being the actual day of Mexican independence. So we might see people going very late into the early morning hours. And of course, that's something that some of the residents have complained about. But if you live in these downtown metropolitan areas, there's actually a very good chance that you're going to be exposed to some noise at some given point. So a lot of the people down here understand it, and it's part of what they pay for. In fact, to be down here in this melting pot in this very large city. Now, as far as the road closures go, there have been a lot of reports from businesses that aren't too happy about it because, some of these businesses are saying that traffic past their businesses have been inhibited by the closures of these blocks. And we're just in the downtown area near the Magnificent Mile here in Chicago. But, this is going on throughout the entire city of nearly 10 million people, 77 neighborhoods. Many of the neighborhoods have just as many people in their cars caravanning throughout the neighborhoods, especially this evening. But again, throughout the entire weekend, it began Friday night, so this would now be the 6th night of this celebration going on in Chicago. And I'm not going to spend too much more time talking your ear off. But I definitely did want to describe the situation a little bit, kind of explain why I'm out here at the edge of a park on a highway, because, again, I'll say the roads have been closed into downtown Chicago. And so at those blockades, any vehicle traffic that does try to go through, the people that are trying to go through those blockades are having to, explain to police officers what business they have downtown, whether they live down there or if they work down there, or if there's some reason they need to get through. And I have seen them turn people away. Now let's kind of see people coming from the other direction. And right to the left of that building here, you would typically see the Navy Pier Ferris wheel. But Navy Pier, not doing so hot business-wise because of the pandemic. They've closed down until the spring. So, a lot of businesses there experiencing difficulties. Well, that's about it. You get the point. So we'll go ahead and sign off here.